First of all, I want to thank the Chamber, John Sanchez, and the board for this distinction. I'm very humbled. I want to congratulate my fellow honorees, especially the legend Tom Giblin. Give him a round of applause, please. He's a wonderful role model for the rest of us to follow, and it's a real pleasure. I want to acknowledge my freeholder colleague, Bobby Mercado, right here. We are the Latin corner on the freeholder board. What a wonderful man this guy is, and I am honored to sit next to him. I want to thank and congratulate for the recent successes my good friend Mayor Mike Venezia and my Democratic County Committee members who are here today. As a collective team, we've been very much a part of the renaissance that's happening in Bloomfield. If you haven't been there, go there. You will not be disappointed. That's a guarantee. I want to also acknowledge one of the members, one of the leaders of our county committee, Louis Felix, and his wife Martha, who are, he's my right arm here on the freeholder board. He gets the job done. Louis and Martha, I'm so grateful to you and for your friendship. He's a Boricua, by the way. Yo soy cubano. Come on, man. Give us a Vive Cuba, Ale. You're only as good as the people who support you. And the number one support base that I have is my beautiful wife, Natasha.
Yeah!
Half Boricua, half Ecuadorian. My beautiful children, Carlitos, Felicita Rosario, my chief of staff, my little guy, Mario. I really appreciate my sisters for being here today. My sister Carmen, who came from Maryland. She's a 25-year plus veteran of DEA. My big sisters. My other big sister, Rebecca, who on a daily basis, as a nurse, following my mom's footsteps, does transfusions in the home of people for life-saving measures. What I do for a living pales in comparison to what my sister Rebecca does as a nurse. Thank you, Rebecca. I want to be very serious just for a moment, and if there is any regret that I had tonight, like there is any other night that I've been very fortunate to have been honored, it's that my parents are not here today because they're now in heaven. My mother Carmen was a nurse from Matanzas, Cuba. My dad was a surgeon from La Habana. They met, they had my beautiful sisters, and unfortunately for my father, he fell as a political prisoner in Cuba. And to say that that was a tough time would be an understatement. When the United States offered my family political asylum, my mom was 6 months pregnant with me. So I'm made in Cuba, but born here. So good. See, what an honor it is to be the firstborn of my family here after 3 months arriving. And I did not meet my dad until after my college days, because he served regrettably as a political prisoner. My mom was the one who carried us all. And that's not exactly an unusual story, sadly. So many of us have come from some kind of a background like that. And the man I am today is in large part because of the women in my family. Give it up for the Latinos here. My mother, my grandmother, my sisters, my adopted aunts, and a couple of the guys in the family too, but we're mostly women in this family, really made me the man that I am today. And those Cuban roots are very important to me, as my kids have lived a life much better than I did. I did much better than my sisters did, and we all did better than my parents did because of their efforts. We stand on the shoulders of giants, and I would qualify my mom as a silent giant, because if she were here today, you wouldn't even notice her. She's quiet. She would have been very quiet. And so, a few years ago, I came across this beautiful Jose Marti quote. And for those of you who don't know who Marti is, he's the George Washington of Cuba. I think that's a close parallel to. I want to read a short quote for that I discovered later on in life. And, el niño, desde el momento que puede pensar, debe pensar en todo lo que ve Debe sufrir por todos aquellos que no pueden vivir con honorancia. Debe trabajar para que todos los hombres sean honestos y debe ser honesto. Which roughly translates into a child from the time that he can think, should think about all that he sees, should suffer for all those who cannot live with honesty, should work so all men can be honest, and should be honest himself. And I discovered that much later in life, but it embodies the lessons that I learned at home, through my immediate family, through my extended family, through the friends that I've made, and through my colleagues that I work with professionally, and I'm very indebted to that. And with that being said, I want to recognize people who I work with in Bloomfield who are my family. These people are very close to me. They're not all Latinos, and that's absolutely all right, because at the end of the day, we embrace everybody. We're a loving group. And that is my council wife, Dr. Martina Davis.
Yeah.
My good friend who followed me after I left the Bloomfield Council and does a better job, Rich Rockwell.
Yeah.
The elder statesman of the group who has been with me since day one, Nick Joanno. And the newest señorita to the block, she's no kid, Sarah Cruz. We all care. Everybody cares. It's our job to care because of the people who paved the way for us. We stand here today, and for the kids of tomorrow, we need to help and continue to blaze that trail. Thank you very much. Good night, everyone.